Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and even though the pre-release already happened, as you may have noticed, I wanted to show an actual example in a, I guess you could say draft simulator, but in this case a sealed simulator, or pre-release simulator, how I would build a certain deck. How I would take a pool and build a deck out of it, I should say. Otherwise, obviously I'd be referring to constructed. So you're probably thinking, well, if it already happened, why cover it? Well, one, you can watch this for the next one, for the X-Line pre-release. And also, there's this thing called pseudo-sealed, because it's like, hey, why only do it 4 times a year? I love pre-release. So you go get basically 6 boosters, open them. Yeah, it costs double what draft does, but I'd rather rely on luck for the variants, like the luck of my card pulls in my card pool, as opposed to the skill and not utterly screwing it up of the other people at the table during a draft. Now, drafts work great if 8 people are like experts at draft. If like the people right next to you have no idea what the heck they're doing, it's going to affect you negatively or very positively, which is inherently unfair. But yeah, that's why I like pre-release better. It's more of a level playing field, except that usually just the best pool wins if you don't screw it up. So, I don't know, nothing's perfect. Constructing ain't that fair either, so whatever. Now I'm using draftsim.com instead of, mtgen.net or something like that, just because it sorts by color with the whole pool. That's really the only reason, because this is the first thing I do anyway, is sort it by color. So, honestly, I would say that's what anybody should do. At all. I mean, just as soon as you open it, go by color. Mixed colors go up top. Colorless go up top. Mana fixing go up top. And then you got your 5 pools. Or your 5 piles, not pools. It's all one pool. So let's look at this. We got Mummy Paramount, O'Catcher's Avenger. This isn't by rarity. I think this isn't even by what do you call it? Alphabetical. It's probably just in the order they were opened or something. So we do have a Shafet Dunes. That's kind of cool. It's not great. I mean, that's an ability. You lose the desert. It's still in your graveyard, though, and then everybody gets +1. It's like a really, really crappy Always Watching. But it's also a land, and Always Watching isn't. Can't really discount that. So then we got the blue, we've got the black, we've got the red, and we got the green. So it's almost about equal. Now, here's the thing you don't want to do. Oh, look, I have a white red card, and it's really good. I mean, this is a really good card. It is powerful. And here's some dual color, I guess you could say, with Aftermath. Let's go those colors, because that's what this one is, and I want to play this one card. No. If coincidentally you happen to go with those colors, or it's a really close tiebreaker, okay, I get it. Otherwise, yeah, just ignore the 2 colors. And then colorless, I mean, whatever. If it works better with a certain color than another, take that into consideration. Otherwise, just throw it in or don't. These aren't great. I mean, Luxa River Shrine is exceptional. I would put that in any deck. Wall of the Forgotten Pharaohs is insane, but only if you have deserts. Otherwise, I mean, an 0-4 for 2 isn't bad, but at a certain point you do have to actually just win the game. Yeah, and it doesn't stop flyers. It's not perfect. It's not as good as a kill spell. So, let's look at white. Now, the first thing I look at is how many are creatures. So we've got just about, I don't know, under half, and that's already a problem. So out of all the white cards, we've got creature, 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 and that is it. The rest are enchantments, instants, and sorceries. Now, they're not necessarily bad. You got to check it for, is there a sorcery that brings out, 2 1/1 creatures, because technically that's kind of a creature spell, even though it quite literally is not. But yeah, this white pool is virtually unplayable with, what is that, 6 creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I mean, that's insane. Like, Oketra's Last Mercy is an insanely powerful card. It is just mind-bendingly good. I mean, they have to beat you twice, basically. It's insane. But look for flaws, look for reasons not to play a color first. Don't look for reasons to play it. Because I would say Oketra's Last Mercy, Sandblast, and Cast Out are just absolutely insane, and Compulsory Rest. I mean, those cards, they're so good. I mean, they are so unbelievably good. Jarrow's Resolve is pretty damn good, too. Active Heroism is really good. Impeccable Timing is arguably okay. Saving Grace is just nuts if you can get that to go off. So you might think, okay, I'm going white. Well, maybe. I'd put it in the maybe, but probably not pile just because of the creature quantity. Now, if you go another color that has 10 creatures, you're good. Then I would definitely play white. So let's come back to it. I mean, we do have the camel and the desert. That's kind of cool. On color desert, whatever. Let's see. So not enough creatures is the number one fastest way to win or lose. Pardon me. I mean, if it's your opponent, win. So that's the first thing I check. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 12 for blue. So first of all, 12 isn't a terribly high number. I mean, we had there's 7 per row, 14, 15, 16, 17 white cards. So yeah, that's already like you're running out of options. So if you want to get rid of the kind of bad cards, in general, mathematically, there will be more of them, but then again, you could just look at the cards and see if that's true. So it's the general versus specific, fuzzy logic versus actual kind of thing. So yeah, we've got boatloads of creatures. Honestly, if I went white-blue, we'd be good. So let's see, we got Seer of Insight. I mean, it's a 1/3. Can you really consider it a creature if it can only hit for 1? If it costs 2, whatever. I mean, that's actually kind of cool, that ability. It's a little bit limited, but it's nice. You kind of do want them out through your deck, so that's all right. I mean, I put it in the maybe pile. Like, it would be pretty quick to get cut. Aerial Guide, I mean, it's 2 damage in the air for 3. That's not bad. And you get flying granted to another attacking creature. That's crazy. I would totally put that in. But still, it's only 2 damage for 3. I mean, welcome to blue creatures. That's just what they do. I mean, in the history of Modern, I think there's like 2 creatures that have a natural printed on the card attack higher than their casting cost. One is a giant sphinx, and the other one, I forgot what it is. Oh, Frostwalker. I honestly don't think there's another one. Oh, except for Garros Masterpiece. But can you name any others? I mean, not really. There's ones that use like tricks and stuff. So just remember, blue creatures, they're not as good as normal creatures, basically, because you do have to deal damage and win the game. Now, if they have repetitive control, you'll probably get there, but still, I'd rather just beat them in the face with a 3/1 for 2, you know? Let's see. Draw cards equal to its power, so that's card draw. That's cool. It's a 2/1 internalize. They have to kill it twice. That almost counts as 2 creatures, so Champion of Wits, nice. Nimble Obstructionist, that card's like $6 or something. It's a damn good card. Is it that great in limited? Yeah, it's 3 damage as an ambush as a flash, so you can like ambush somebody on the block. Also, it's a counterspell. Also, it has cycle, and also it's 3 damage in the air. I mean, it's probably the best blue creature in all of Hour of Devastation. Seer of the Last Tomorrow. It's a mill card. It's a 1/4. I probably wouldn't even put either of those in the deck. I mean, 1 damage for 3, and that ability is crap. Not good. Not good at all. So that now we're down to 7 creatures. That's borderline. Flash Flying 2, 3, 4. I mean, whatever. It's not great. Then Vizier of the Anointed, something, I don't know. It's a 2/4 for 2. I mean, you'd be so weak on damage. Shimmer Scale, that's a 3/4 for 5 with flying and cycling. That's not bad. I would put that in. I mean, it's disappointing because it's only 3, but it's in the air. With control colors, you could get rid of their air blockers. Their flying blockers, pardon. Strategic Planning, I just love that artwork. It is so unusual. So just unbelievably unusual. Let's see. It's an Anticipate. It's a sorcery speed Anticipate, basically, kind of, sort of, almost. Yeah, I might put that in. Why not? Mouse through your deck. Draw 2 cards and discard 1. More card draw. I mean, the blue's looking pretty good. And Imaginary Threats. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is Bident of Thassa in spell form. That could really do well. So really weak creatures, and the creatures that were in white honestly were pretty good. I mean, you got 2 for 2, 3 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, and 3 for 3. I mean, that's not amazing, but it's good. A lot of them have low toughness, though, and they're easy to kill. So between that and the blue ones, you'll have a hard time swinging in general. So let's keep looking. It's definitely not settled. Festering Mummy, amazing. Absolutely amazing. But let's not get distracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait a minute. 12 out of 14 are creatures. Holy crap. So Festering Mummy's amazing, beats anything in blue as far as just creature combat, just because of the 1/1. That Kendra Eternal was the most obnoxious creature I came across at the entire event. Afflict 1 with a 2/2, it's just unbelievable. Like, you cannot underrate that. See, Bane Whip Punisher, it's not bad. I mean, it's a kill spell. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it can kill whatever you put it on, so it's actually exceptionally good. Rotting Bone Lasher, I mean, almost everything in here is a zombie, so you'd be good with that. I might cut it. Is a 0/5 really a creature? No, because you can't kill them with it. So it's a nice defensive, it's almost like a control thing at pre-release, but you can't kill them with it. So I wouldn't really consider it a creature. I might put it in, though, as a deterrent, obviously. Bone Picker is amazing. I mean, a 3/2 flyer that might cost 1 and also has Death Touch. If they gave this flash, that would be insane. That's amazing. Carrion Screecher, that's cool. I mean, it's a 3 in the air. It costs 4, but whatever. It's still 3 in the air. Still better than blue. Grim Strider, that's an Amonkhet classic. It's kind of cool. I mean, at the pre-release, you're probably going to get down to a low number of cards. I'd probably put it in, because even if it averages out to be like a 4, that's not bad. Lurching Rot Beast, that's just good. Just straight up cycling 4/2 for 4. That's just really good. Horror, let's see. I mean, you're probably not going to do that real often, but still, I mean, a 4/4 for 5. I'd put them both in. I don't even care. And a 3/4 Lifelinker. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's an automatic include. So right now, I'd say take it over blue. Just because, you know, I'm still leaning towards a white as an include because both of these colors have been so creature heavy. But I would say right now, white, black is leading by far. Liliana's Defeat, no way in hell that's going in. And Without Weakness, I got burned by that card a little bit. And FYI, Bantu's Monument. Holy crap. I guess even they consider it a black card. That's actually kind of funny. That would be nice. I mean, here's the problem. 5 cost, 5 cost, 5 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost, 4 cost. Who cares? 3 cost and 3 cost. And then 2/1. So your creatures are going to be expensive as hell, but all the white ones were 2 and under, except for like 1. So you could make that work. You never want to kind of split the colors that way, but if you have to, you have to. I mean, you're not going to build a perfect deck. Welcome to the pre-release. So Bantus would be pretty damn nice to put in. Oh, then there's another card. Whoops, Final Reward. Exile target creature for 5. Sure, I'd put that in. It's removal. I mean, it costs 5 and it's terrible, but who cares? They can't internalize it. So Soul Scar Mage, what? Prowess, what? Okay, he's not as good in non-constructed. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 creatures, so 8 plus 5 in the top, I mean 13 out of 40, that's not great. That's the bare minimum, so if even 1 or 2 of these creatures is garbage, I wouldn't even touch red, I wouldn't even read the spells. Firebrand Archer is amazing. Kenru, it's a blank 2/2 for 2. Nothing really wrong with that. Soulscar, I mean, a 1/2 prowess for 1. Oh, hell yeah. Nimbleblade, it's a prowess 1/3 for 2. That's not bad. I wouldn't eliminate it. Thorn Malak, I mean, first strike with a little bit of prowess for 3. It's not bad. Ceradon, that one's pretty damn good. Manticore with Afflict 3, that thing's insane. Another Ceradon, cool. Let's see. I mean, 6/4 for 6, like that's up there. Like if it's a 6 cost, it better be damn good. But then again, honestly, a 6/4 is pretty good. I just wish it was like flying or like had an ability or something. It's not worth cutting. Consuming Fervor is crazy. I mean, it's a lot better in a speed rush deck. It'll probably come back to bite you in the pre-release, but it will do theoretically 6 more damage. I mean, maybe not, but yeah. Now, the funny thing is you can put this on one of their creatures too. Like if you've got an 0/5 wall and you put it on like their 1/1, you're good. I don't know why you do that, but it's just an example. The Magma Spray, I mean, that's good. It's not guaranteed removal at 2 damage, but it's pretty good. Exile ability's cool. The rest are spells, so it's like, it's good, it's acceptable. The creatures are a little high cost. There's just nothing special. It's just kind of blah. I would say eliminate it right off the bat here and put in black. Now, even though we got 2 deserts, I mean, who cares? These suck. So let's go to, I think this is the last color. Yeah, green. So green is known for its creatures. This is interesting. Now, would I go black-red? No, because then all my creatures cost too much. That's already eliminated. And blue-red, I don't really see the point of that. That's honestly like the two weakest colors right now. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh boy, once again, 8 plus, I believe, 5 up top, that's 13. That is really pushing it. And that's a 1-1 for 1. I mean, that ain't going to win you the game. You're looking at damage, damage, damage. You really got to pump out the damage, because if you lower your total damage output of your deck, or the average expected creature damage output of the deck, or whatever, like by turn 10 or however you want to measure it, if you lower that, you're upping the number of turns it will take you to win by the exact same amount, sort of. I mean, it's not as simple as that, but in general, that's how you could think of it. You're giving your opponents way too many chances, and you're letting them build up a bigger board state. So if you replace those creatures and that attack power with nothing but control spells, you'll probably still win, but the game will go on a while. But still, I mean, shock and awe and just rush your opponent and just deal damage as quickly as possible is a legit strategy that always works at pre-release. Or not always, but it's always consistent and in general good over the long term. So we've got a 1-3 and another 1-3. When it dies, draw a card. That's huge. Those are pretty good, but it still can't deal damage. I mean, it's pathetic. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's a 3-3 when it attacks for 2. That's pretty damn good. A 3-3 for 3. Nothing wrong with that. You know, vanilla creatures. Backbone of the deck, I guess. Just kidding. They're like fillers. They're not the backbone. The bombs are the backbone. Let's see. -1 counter on something. That sucks. So it's probably going to be a 2-3 when you drop it out. It's just not lowering your damage output. Not good. Ramunap Hydra, that's insane. I mean, even without a desert, it's okay, and then with the desert, it's completely out of control. So I'd put that in, and then the Sharpshooters, Vigilance, Reach, 4-4 for 5, yeah. But that's it. And the Life Goes On, that's pretty good stall cards, that's cool. Not amazing, but good. But that's it. So, if you ask me, the Frilled and the 2 Ferals, I can't do it. I can't have that many creatures with 1 damage compared to the creatures in black. And there's just nothing special. I mean, Life Goes On, Dissenter's Deliverance, useless. Ambuscade, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's like a removal spell, but it's not always reliable. At least it isn't a true force fight, so it's pretty good. It just could be a little bit better. At least it's not a sorcery, though, so it's actually pretty up there. It's just not perfect. And then a Gift of Paradise. Dumb as hell. Absolutely dumb, useless, pointless. So if the spells don't give you a reason to play the color, neither do the creatures, bye-bye. Now, I will say, though, there's a ton of 2 and 3 cost in the creatures, which is better than black, which was higher. But, I mean, if something's on sale, but it still kind of sucks, do you buy it? No. It's only a deal if you still want it when you get home, as my parents always say. And then we got Basic Lands, oh boy. Which, for some reason, are from Origins. That's weird. Anybody find that a little strange? So yeah, clear as day, white, black. You know, absolutely. Now, how many cards is this? So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 7, 12. I'll say 16. I forgot what the top one was, but that's already way the hell too much. So we'd have to start cutting stuff. So it's like, what would I cut? I'm not going to get it mathematically to exactly 40, because why would I? But what would I cut? Let's see. Without Weakness is good. Liliana's Defeat, gone. Absolutely pointless. I mean, sideboard card, obviously, but no, I'm not going to play that. Thanks. I don't know. I wouldn't cut any of the creatures. I would cut probably Moaning Wall, because, I mean, like a 3-3 and stuff, 3-2, 6-6, those are big enough. I mean, 4-2, they're not going to be swinging at you too much with those on the field. So, not much to cut from this. I mean, Bontus is obviously staying in, and Final Reward, I'd keep it in. Let's see. So, Cast Out and Keep, Unconventional Tactics, that's pretty damn good. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I never read that card. People played it against me, and I still didn't read it. They're just playing like a pro. I mean, it's a sorcery, so they see it coming, and you'd be playing zombies, but is it even worth it? I mean, it's not an ambush, so it's just more damage, but it is like a recurring spell. It's just unreliable. It's not literally an activated ability sitting on the field. I don't know about that one. I'd count it. It would be one of the last ones I would cut because it's still pretty good. I mean, you could like win the game with this card. I don't know. Sandblast, hell yeah, I'm keeping it. It's removal. Automatic include, cast out, obviously. Saving Grace, another one that's on the chopping block-ish. I mean, I'd like to keep it because you can manipulate stuff. You can knock out multiple creatures. You can ruin an entire attack. You can win an entire game with it. In fact, I did. I put it in my deck and it was amazing. So I'd probably keep it, but it's situational. It's unreliable. So I would cut it if it was way significantly over 40. But it would be one of the last ones. Inoketra's name, dumb as hell. I mean, +1/+1. Yeah, you got some zombies, whatever. It doesn't really keep them alive. It doesn't grant indestructible. I'd probably ditch it. I mean, it's cool because you could wipe out a bunch of opponents or a bunch of their creatures by making your stuff one bigger. But it's so like did they even block in the first place when it would have been a trade and now you're upgrading from a trade to I live and you don't? Well, not many people block trades, so if it was +2/+2, I would absolutely leave it in. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with that. Impeccable timing, 3 damage attacking or blocking creature. I mean, you'd almost have to lose this card and a creature to knock out a big creature. It's just not good removal. I mean, Gideon's Reproach is better than this, and that's not even in this block. So I think I'd ditch that one, even though it's like technically removal. It's how reliable is the card in general? Jeru's Reunification, or Renunciation. Why can't I read that word? Tap up to 2 target creatures and then cycling. I don't know why it has cycling. You'd want to keep this in your hand pretty much forever. I mean, whatever. I guess if they have no creatures, that would be one reason. You could win the game single-handedly with this card, but it's not removal and it's not a creature. So I think I actually would cut this just due to the fact that we have like 35 cards already, and I got to get down to... And this one probably 23. I think I'd go 17 lands with this one. Compulsory Rest. That is removal. It doesn't actually remove the creature, but the creature is no longer there. I mean, I don't like the whole sacrifice this creature, gain 2 life. There's a better version of this that I think costs 3, and it's in Our Not Amonkhet, but this is still good. I mean, it can attack or block. Now, the other one says can't use activated abilities. That's pretty insane. But still... I mean, you put this on a 5/5 flyer or something that they got, bye-bye. I don't really care if they waste their mana and gain 2 life. Most people don't even bother to read the card, and even if they do, they forget about it. So there's that. So yeah, I'd keep that. Active Heroism, I mean, +2/+2, and it could block 2 creatures. It's still going to die. I mean, it's Ambush, and it costs 2, and it's an instant, but it's not that good. I'd rather just flood creatures. And we have like a little bit better Ambush in the deck already. Jeru's Resolve, I mean, that's kind of cool because like you could have already swung with it, but we don't have that many bombs. There's like a 6/6 in here, a 6/5, and a 4/2 that you would want to swing with and not get killed. I don't know. I just don't think that's quite good enough. I mean, it does cost 1, so it's pretty good, but it won't quite make the cut. Then we look at creatures. I mean, Oketra's Last Mercy, yeah, it's going in the deck. I mean, duh. It's like you're playing Commander and they're playing Standard. Like it's like 40 life almost. Yeah. The Camel 3/2 for 3. I'd leave it in. Who cares about deserts? I just leave it in because it's awesome. Vizier of Remedies. It's a little weak, but honestly, -1s are a thing, and it hits for 2. So all right. Steward of Solidarity was in my deck. It is really funny because I had 2 of the flyers where every time, well, it's the Dauntless Haven actually, I skipped right over it. Whenever you attack, untap target creature. So every single turn I created a token. I had like 5 of them on the field when I won. It was really funny. Never even hit him with the Steward, but still it's a 2/2 for 2 with an ability. That's just good. Let's see. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt to it this turn for a 3/1 for Exert. Oh yeah, 3 damage coming at you for 2 with Exert that makes it prevent all damage. Woo, yeah, I would use that. I wouldn't cut that. And a 2/2 for 2, and when a zombie enters, it's bigger. You got zombies, you're playing black, so oh boy, I wouldn't cut almost anything from this. I mean, what did I say? Like 3 or 4 cards, that's it. So we're probably not at 23 yet. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Marauding Bone Slasher is gone. A 3/3 that I can't count on. Bye-bye. I mean, it is right in the range where I don't have many creatures that cost that much, and it can still attack. But this thing did cause me some headaches when I played it in my deck. By the way, I was playing white-black. What a coincidence. Festering Mummy, I wouldn't cut that either. It's just so good. Bane Whip. It's a removal spell. I gotta keep it. Bone Picker, no way in hell. Carrion, I could see it if it's getting a little high. Grim Strider too. I think I might cut that one just because if I'm stuck with a ton of cards and I'm holding a whole bunch of control cards, which is deck kind of what? I mean, there's at least like, what, 6 control cards or something? I don't know. I'd be hoarding cards, not like Blue would, but yeah, I think I would cut Grim Strider just to get the creature counts down and stuff. I mean, you're never going to have 0 cards in hand. It's very unlikely. Lurching Rot Beast, I just like it. 4 damage for 4, classic. I mean, yeah, it's a little smaller, whatever, but I might cut it if I'm like, oh my god, I'm at 41. Horror of the Broken Lands, I mean, I'd probably cut 1 because they cost 5. And then Scrounger of Souls, I mean, Lifelink 3 with 4 toughness for 5, yeah, I'm keeping that, duh. And then Without Weakness, that's an ambush. I mean, they gain Indestructible till end of turn and then cycling in case it's irrelevant for 2. That's good. If they really don't think you'll block, I mean, you could double block and you'll still lose 1. I mean, it's not perfect. I might cut it because it's like it's non-boost ambush. I mean, I was complaining about them only being 1/1, but Indestructible, like that's crazy. But you could use this on the swing though. It's not always defensive. And it could virtually guarantee a win by forcing them to block, and then they also guaranteed lose their creature, sort of. And Bantus I wouldn't cut. So that's the logic of it. You guys see, I mean, you should focus on the disqualifiers first. I made sure that I went through exactly what I'm thinking in my mind as I was thinking it, because I tend to build pretty good decks out of pools. And this, I would say, is a much, much stronger pool than mine was at the actual pre-release. And this was, or I should say, mine went 3-1. I can't really give you a result from this one, obviously. I don't know why I was trying to compare those two, but yeah, I technically had 1 tie, but I won the tiebreaker, won the pack. So I walked away with 3 packs out of 4 rounds. That's pretty damn good. Now, Luxa River Shrine, I mean, maybe I would cut it, because maybe I don't need to gain that much life. I mean, it's really annoying to gain 2 life every single turn. It'll keep you alive. It's a damn crazy good card. But, I don't know, and I would put in Cradle, obviously, because there's a couple desert references, and you can create a zombie, so it's a land that's also a creature spell, sure. And there's only, I think, 1 double color in this entire deck. So, yeah, colorless will get you pretty far. Traveler's Amulet, I don't know if I'd stick it in, probably not. This is whatever, do you really need that much fixing? I mean, not really. And then Appeal and Failure, off color, so good luck casting those. So yeah, there's not much more to look at. And then Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, I mean, no, you don't have enough deserts. I wouldn't run it. So hopefully you get the logic on this. I would run another one, but it takes, you know, long to figure this out. But this is a very extensive example of what to look at first, what is good and what isn't good and why, and how to build the best possible deck out of it. So you got to be really strict, really demanding, and have really high standards for a card. Don't just say, oh, that might come in handy, or that would be nice if that goes off. No, how likely is it really to go off? How likely are you to be in a situation where you could use this? No, cut it. I don't care if you like the artwork, don't care if you like the name, I don't care if it's right on your mana curve perfectly. If the card isn't right for the deck, it isn't right for the deck, and you need to ditch it. So hopefully this helped you. Feel free to share any other great tips down in the comment section below. I know that's always fun. And I will see you guys next video.